Thank you for joining me today for Let's Have Lunch. I have an exciting topic for us to talk about today. I'm actually quite excited about it because it's my favorite thing to talk about. You would probably think my favorite thing to talk about is organizing photos in forever storage because that is really great. But another thing I really love is showing love through photos, and that is printing our photos. So I thought I'd take a break from organizing and do something fun and talk about printing. I want to show you some ways that I show love to my family through print, and show you how I use my Forever account to do this very easily and use their incredible print products. They have got some really awesome technology. It makes it really easy to create a print project, and the quality of the actual projects is really high end and really phenomenal. So let me just show you a few things, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of tips and tricks of how I did these things. All right. So first, I'm going to start off with showing you a print project that I did a couple of years ago. And I will say, life is hard, right? A lot of us go through a lot of hard things in life. And sometimes it might be hard to look at pictures. It might be hard to take pictures, just depending upon what season of life that we're in. And I've experienced both of those things from difficult seasons in my life. And I remember when I became a single mom unwillingly, and that was about 10 years ago, I had a really hard time taking pictures of my family because I felt like it was broken. And I decided, since I'm a picture person and I like to document my stories and life, and I'm not looking for that perfect picture. I'm looking for the memory and the moment in time that I can remember, even if it wasn't a beautiful moment. So I decided that I would start taking, I'd keep taking our family pictures, even though I was a single mom. I just kept doing that. And in my Forever Storage account, when I did that, I created a tag called the Fabulous 5. So that way, if there was ever a picture of our family of 5, I would tag it. And that way I would have, these favorite photos over time all together in one tag, meaning I could click on the tag and see all those photos. So I started doing that little by little. And I remember back then there weren't like a lot of trips, there weren't a lot of fun moments, but we made memories and we did things. And I remember some of the first ones were in October going to a hayride and with neighbors and friends, and that was great. I remember we went to Florida and there was another one that I was sure to take. So anyways, with that story, I want to first of all encourage you to keep taking the photos, even though it might be hard. And also encourage you to think about an organizing strategy so that you can keep your favorite family photos, even if they are the great photos, not necessarily this example, but keep a specific tag on them so you can go back in just a jiffy and find all of them in one spot. So think of a great tag name for your family photos, for the best photos. So anyways, this is, again, I should title this again, The Power of Forever, because it's so powerful and such a great solution. So after years of this, me taking pictures of the family and me creating this Fabulous 5 tag, I used a print project that I thought was really cute in Forever Print, and I made a canvas. And very easily, all those photos were already tagged, so all I had to do was click the canvas that I wanted. And look at this beauty. This is a beautiful canvas. I love it so much. Get out of the way so you can see it. But if you look, you can see it says family. Get my head out of the way. And you can see a lot of these like pictures that we've taken over time of my Fabulous 5 group here of family photos. And it was really easy and fun to create. I'm sure you guys have created print projects in other places as well. So you know how it goes. You pick your template, you add your photos, but it's really easy in Forever because you already have them tagged. Another benefit to using Forever is the fact that you own the digital rights to your photos and your projects. Watch, when you put your photos in a free place, that's an e-commerce site, they own the digital rights to your photos, number one. Number two is they don't make any promises of keeping your photos there for you. So unless you're using that e-commerce system and you're making purchases, they have the right to delete your photos. And they do that. Also, so they want you to keep buying in order to keep your things there. Also, I have dealt with many clients who have had their photos in Shutterfly and thinking, oh, my photos are all in Shutterfly, but they make it very difficult to get your photos out of Shutterfly. You want to have all of your photos stored in a permanent and private location. Of course, we're talking about forever, so that you own them. You have access to them. You have control over what happens to your photos. You're not leaving that in the hands of Shutterfly or any of these other places. So that is one benefit. Another benefit is the fact that when you're using Forever, I now own the rights, the digital rights to that canvas that I made. And I can go back and access it, see it, share it, do something with it, print it again. And I know that if you are using Shutterfly, you don't own that digital file of the project you created. So for example, if you make a photo book, you can't download the PDF of that photo book, right? You cannot keep the digital file of the book. So what I do oftentimes when I'm working with clients is we are now scanning and digitizing any Shutterfly books that they made in the past because they want to keep those memories in their Forever storage account. So those are just a couple of tips why I want you to consider using Forever Print for all of your printing needs. You can print photos, you can print great projects and gifts, your holiday cards, really great quality photo books and more. So let me show you another thing. All right, so, okay. So here I'm telling you a little bit of my life story here, but it's good. It's a good life story. Oh my goodness, my computer is not plugged in. Hold on a second. I thought it was plugged in, but apparently when we did scanning today, the computer came unplugged. Okay, there we go. We're good. I'm back with you. Okay, so here is my next little tidbit of story from Shelley Murray. It's a good story. Okay, so in 2019, I have always wanted to do an out west adventure, like a RV trip with our family. And I got the bravery up to do it, just me and my kids. And we did an out west adventure for 2 weeks, started at the Grand Canyon, and then went all over the place. I'm not going to go into that now because we don't have a lot of time, but I want to tell you the value of printing photos, being able to touch and feel your photos, to be able to give them to your children, to let them remember the stories and the photos that were being taken. We all, I am not pointing fingers, it's the same with me, take a ton of photos. We want to remember every moment. But how often do we go back and print those photos so that we can touch and feel them? How often do we just let them sit on our camera roll and scroll back to find a photo when we want to see it? We did this trip in 2019. If I didn't print a photo book, I don't know that we would ever have even gone back to look at those photos. I do have some hanging in the house of some of the beautiful ones, but other than that, that's not something that we're just going to go, oh, let's go look at our digital photos from this trip out west. So what I did was I used Forever's auto book technology, which is so great. Show you an example in a moment. Gathered all the photos in one album, okay, put them in order that I wanted them, which was basically the date taken, oldest first, because I like chronological books, picked the one I wanted on the front cover, clicked auto book, and the book was made for me, okay? Here's the book. Simple, yep. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but I don't want that. I just wanted something that would be printed for my kids. Put a text on the front. I could change the color of the background, the pages. I put a story in the beginning of our adventure. And then the photos are just here. So I actually added a text on every line. I love to tell the stories as well. Remember some of the special moments, but you don't have to put a text on the line. I was able to move photos around and make some bigger or change where they're located, just your basic things. But the point is that they're all in this book, and this book sits out. I mean, we have all of our photo books sitting out. The kids are always picking up the books, looking at the special moments. We have got a lot of books, but anyways, it was an incredible adventure. And now I have it right here in a book. So it's on the phone, it's in my Forever account, and it's in a book. So I encourage you to check out Autobook, and I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, let me just share my screen right now and show you real quickly how that works. Okay, so here it is. I want to make sure I've got the right screen up. There we go. Okay, so here's our auto book of the Out West Adventure. So basically, I've talked about this before, but when we went on the trip, I created an album and I shared this link with everybody, and I clicked this so everyone could upload to this link. So we all were kind of gathering our photos together in one place. And then I went through and deleted out a bunch of photos. I didn't need all of them. So I just wanted them, one of each thing, basically, and cleaned them up a little bit. There they all are. And then guess what I did? There's 267 files there. I went to print right here, top right-hand corner. This works also if you want to make a yearbook. We can talk about that as well. But I could either do the seamless lay flat auto book, which is gorgeous, but I didn't want to do that for this one. I wanted to do the standard auto book. It's very well priced. Select all my photos, decide what I want to do. I think I did the 10 by 10 hardbound. So right here, $35, right? Not even costing that much at all. The value to your kids is huge. Okay, so here it is. Book is done. So I could just very easily go in here, replace any of the photos that I want, find the one that I wanted on the front cover. I'm just going to put this because it's easy, add my text. And then there it is. It's all put together. Add my text down here, move things around. You get the idea. Now, one other thing I'm going to show you that's so super cool that I'm now doing on all of my books. I didn't do it then, but I am doing it on all my books now is, I was going to show you an example, but here is I add a QR code. This QR code can go to select the album that I want, which I'm not going to find it now because it's kind of far down. But anyways, it would select, actually, let's just put an example, select the album. I'm going to set this auto book example. And now here, this QR code, if I put it here, okay, or I can put it wherever I want it. Maybe I can put it on the front. Anyways, you can put it on the front, the back. I usually put it on the back. You can scan that and have access to all of the photos that are in that book. And even if you had videos to incorporate, that would work on videos as well. So I love that technology of QR code. Okay, so that is an example of that book. Next, I'm going to show you another example. Okay, so this is another book. So this is my daughter's senior pictures. This is a seamless lay flat book. I just wanted to show you the quality. The papers are very thick, very beautiful, lays across each of the pages so that you get the photo across the whole page. I mean, the quality of these books is just gorgeous, and they're really easy and fun to make. So that's my daughter. She's a senior in a faith and a dancer. So, okay. So now let's look at that. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you again. And I just want to show you what that book looks like and how easy it was to create. Here we go. So it's already been ordered, and I'm just here basically in the project looking at it. So again, this is saved in my Forever account under projects, so I can come here and look at it anytime. Here's the example of the QR code. So I added a QR code. If you were to scan that, you would see all of her senior pictures. This is what each page looks like. And the same idea as far as, going into your album, which I'll show you. Okay, so let's go to the albums pages. And I'm going to search for senior. Okay, so here's senior pictures. Anna Faith's book for senior pictures. So here they are. And these are my favorites. So all I did was click print at the top and seamless auto book here, selected all the photos, decided on the size, and you can see that one's a little more expensive. It's a higher quality. It's gorgeous. And now the book is done. And again, same thing. I could go in and move photos around and decide how I want the layouts to be done. I could add a QR code wherever I'd like. I'm sorry, there's the QR code. I could even change the background of the pages. So in that book, I made the background, I think light pink, but you could select, whatever background you want. And there's also like some different designs as well. All right. So that is an example of Autobook. Okay, so the next example I want to show you, and how am I doing on time? I think I'm good. I'm going to keep going here. Okay. So another example that I'm going to show you is when we talk about the value of printing for kids, okay? There have been studies done that say and that show and prove that when children look at photos, they touch and they feel photos, not on a screen, but physical photos, that it actually increases their self-esteem. It helps them build a sense of identity. It helps them to feel like they belong to a family, and it helps them to grow in their identity and who they are and feeling secure. And it is, like I said, it's been proven, and I know it's true because I've seen it happen in my family. And not just my family, but my extended family. We all love to show love through photos. And it's something that's a big piece of my life and a big piece of my family's life. Whenever we do a trip or vacation, we always make photo books, and everybody gets a copy. I print them always through forever, so they're saved in my forever account as well. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna showcase Anna Faith again. So this is a book of Anna Faith, when this was her 16th birthday present. And by the way, my kids ask for photo books for their birthday. That's what they want. So there's another example of them feeling loved through photos. Anyways, again, Anna Faith, in my forever account, I have been tagging pictures of her for a long time. The best photos. I don't tag every photo of her or my children. I only tag the best, the ones I want to go back and see and do something with. So I basically have this tag that has like maybe 800 photos in it from her lifetime. And all I did was go to that tag, created an album out of those photos, and hit auto print and made her this 99-page book, which you can make up to 200-page book now, of her whole life. So from like birth, wait, I got to show you the birth, right? All the way up as she was growing. And she loves this book. It is just a treasure. And the truth is, I see these photos all the time in my forever account, but she doesn't, right? So now, after I made her this book, that was our out west adventure trip in the RV. Some cool photos there. But anyways, now she can go and just grab this, and she does. And the kids come over, her friends, they laugh about things, and they point, and her friends are in this book, so she gets to see, other people come over and see photos that they're in this book, and it's just fun. It's really fun. It was easy. That's the point that I'm trying to share with you today, is Forever makes it so easy to simply create these gifts with love. So I want to encourage you to maybe think about, what could you create this year for the holidays, for Christmas or Hanukkah, to give to your children. I'm going to give you just two quick things, and then I think we're going to be finished. One other thing, I love this book I did for her. She's a dancer. So this is her dance recital album. And I just want to show the power of a QR code. So every dance recital has the professional photos and then a QR code to that dance from the recital. So that was a jazz dance. If you scan that QR code, you'd watch the recital dance. And then it goes to ballet, scan the QR code to watch the ballet dance, lyrical, watch the lyrical dance. So now we have this video connected, and it lives in our forever account, right? So it's always going to be there. It's not going to go away. It's permanent. Anybody who scans that from now until whoever, forever, they will be able to see that video playing in that account. I have video streaming. So you do need to have video streaming, which is an extra piece. If you want videos to stream through a QR code, we could talk about that on another training. And if you have a question, feel free to pop that in the Facebook group. You can always reach out to me. But I love this. I love adding a video into a photo book so that you can recall that part of the story as well. And then lastly, this is her planner I made her. And it's a great planner. She didn't take it to school today, apparently, but she does have stuff in here, right? And you can select your pages. It's so great. These are the greatest gifts. I'm going to show you my screen real fast because I just want to show you this planner, how simple it is, fun, and a great gift. Okay, right here. There it is. Okay, so you can obviously go in and change the text, the font, the colors, the design. There's all kinds of notebooks that you can make. You can make a plain notebook with dotted lines inside, lines, whatever. You can have all different types of interior pages, depending upon how you want to organize. It can be spiral bound or hard bound, and it's $23. So that is a fabulous gift. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. And I hope that you are inspired to go make something. Get together with a friend and create some great print projects for Christmas and Hanukkah. All right. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.